Hello, Elisa. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good, good. Okay, so what are you going to teach me today?
I was hoping to teach you about how to graph a slope-intercept equation.
Okay, sounds good. I'll try to learn.
Okay, so just as a reminder, the slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And in this equation, m is the slope of the equation, and the slope is like the steepness of it.
Okay,
And we think of it as rise over run, is the term that teachers like to use. And b is the y-intercept. So this is a point where in the equation where it intercepts the y-axis.
okay,
One like very simple equation in y slope-intercept form could be y is 1/2 x plus b. Um, so in this case, the slope is 1/2. And so this means that whenever we rise 1, we go 2 to the side. So for example, in this equation, y is equal to 1/2 x plus 0. We would start right here at the origin. And then we would move 1 up and 2 to the right. And then we'd place our point here. And then we would continue to do that. So rise 1, run 2. And we'd do the same thing in reverse. So 2 to the side and 1 down. And then the more points you add, the clearer it will be to see the line. So here we can kind of see it forming. And the reason why I think graphing equations on graph paper is so cool is because a lot of times we like to rely on calculators because we think it's like very maybe confusing to draw something like an equation. But if you actually think about it and you start plugging in points into the equation, it can be a lot easier than we might think. So it's kind of cool to play around with different equations and what shapes they make.
Yeah, I can see how, when you're actually graphing it on the paper, it helps you visualize it in a way that you would never understand it on a calculator. You would just understand what numbers you're plugging, and that's it.
Definitely, yeah. So it's nice to put a visual to that equation that you have in your head. My favorite parts about tutoring math is because it's kind of like a puzzle. And so once you have that basic understanding of the concepts that you're trying to learn, then it's just practicing and playing around with the information you're given. So a lot of times when a student struggle with math, it's because they don't quite have that solid understanding of the foundation of the concept. And so when they do get it, it's a very rewarding moment because then after that, all the problems they have to solve they're like more straightforward, and having them have that like independence and feel like they the confidence to solve the problems because they understand the basics of it, I think is very rewarding. So.
Very cool. I can only imagine.
So I'm a student at Rice University. I'm actually graduating tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I got my degree in psychology, and I did a minor in engineering design and in something called global health technologies as well. So I'm very excited to be graduating.
That is very cool. What is graduation happening? Is it happening online, or is it what?
Yeah. There's going to be a virtual celebration tomorrow. So they're going to be live streaming some pre-recorded videos.
Oh, very cool.
But hopefully, we've been promised an in-person ceremony sometime in the future, whenever that may be. So that's exciting.
And thanks for everything you're doing, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Okay, we'll do right here. Bye.
Bye.